tackling something I've never done before, and that is being concrete countertops. I've only done concrete a handful of times, so basically I'm showing you guys what I couldn't find again for my own research purposes, and some of us DIYers that have limited tool supply and limited funds to do things like this, as compared to like a alternative style of doing a concrete countertop where you make a form out of melamine and then you caulk the insides, you pour your concrete in, and then you flip it over and then detail it out and bring it to whatever you're installing it on, which is a great way to do it if you have time to do that, or the strength and manpower. If not, you can do what I did, and I went to countertops.com, ordered up their form kit. I think it was right around $200, and you get 4 pieces of outside trim, which is actually, you can get in any different style that you want, or even the inside trim. So if you're going wrong, like a sink or a stove or something like that, they take into account for that. So they made it super easy. I bought the kit, I'll show you that here in a minute. Bringing it back to my outdoor grilling station / outdoor kitchen, which I don't know yet if I want to run plumbing in this or not, or just leave it simple. I didn't record anything I did. Well, actually I did. I got some shots of it. If I get enough responses on this video, I'll post them. But I was going through some stuff and how to get my mind off of it, so this is what I came up with. These are charbroil doors that I bought from Lowe's. Those are like the most expensive thing out of this whole project, believe it or not. Well, besides the stacked stone, which I did myself. The doors are like $300 something for just a simple set of swing open doors. And all this does is hold my propane bottles. I bought extended propane lines to run to the outsides for the people that are going to comment asking how I solved that solution without doors being on the sides. It is a little bit of a hassle, but with the extended lines, I actually did a hose clamp or like a tie wire, so the propane leads or tubes are just right here, so I don't have to crawl inside the whole dang thing. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the forms, start getting this formed up, and then we'll start pouring some concrete. So this is the box that comes in from Concrete Countertop Solutions. So this is all the different styles they offer with it, which is pretty crazy. I just went with the old good reliable square edge model. So what comes in it is 4 pieces of just the, I believe they call them the back pieces, which is just a thick piece of, looks like angle iron. And then it comes with the actual edging for the edge of the countertop. And as you can see, it's got like a groove. Yeah, well, that one right there, that's where it breaks away from the form. So you screw it into the whatever your top board is, cement board, plywood, whatever, you screw it into there, put it in there, fill it up with concrete, do your finishing work, and then you just break that off when the concrete's dry. They don't even see it. It's all tucked up into that channel right there. So super cool idea. It's definitely going to save me a lot of time, and honestly, I think it would probably save me money from doing the melamine form and carrying it over there and then getting super frustrated halfway through because I drop it and break it in half. So this is going to make it quite a bit easier, I believe. But shout out to Concrete Countertop Solutions. We'll see how these turn out. As you guys can see, I got the square edge countertop forms all screwed down at the top using the same exact screws that I used for the cement board, the 1 5/8 Baccaron wider flanged head screws that kind of grab a little bit more surface area, so I thought they would work out a little bit better on these plastic forms. The back piece that they supply usually stand it upright, but that's if you need a gap back there or anything like that. I do not. I'm running my concrete right up to the side of the house because this is never going to move. It's honestly way too heavy to move. On top of that, this is the only location that's actually going to fit on my patio. So I'm just running it right up to there. Tomorrow when it dries up, obviously it started raining a little bit, I'm going to caulk that all up, all the seams back there for moisture and whatnot. On the corners to prevent it from dripping onto the rock. Even though tomorrow I'm going to wrap this all in like some protective plastic, I did place some Gorilla Tape on the sides to withhold the moisture from the concrete so it doesn't drip through. I did that on all the corners. Everything, or all the forms, I squared up to the house so it's perfectly square. It looks super nice. For the inlays, or the inserts for the griddle and the barbecue, I did exact dimensions for the appliances themselves. This is where I kind of wish I would have done measurements differently when I started this, but hey, this is my first time. You live and you learn. You can't just run the forms all the way around and actually like finish it off with like a finished edge. So what I did was with the 1x6s I had laying around the house here, I pretty much just butted them exactly to where I need the form to stop. So you're still gonna get that nice side profile of like the drop down edge, but it's just gonna stop exactly where I need it to. I think I could still make it look good, but hey, like I said, this is my first time and I'm gonna make it look the best of how I designed it and move on. So tomorrow I'm gonna be picking up some mesh for inside here to go in the middle of the slab for strength. Obviously it's a almost 11-foot long little island for barbecuing, so obviously it's going to flex when the ground settles and earthquakes, whatever you want to call it. But for strength, I'm going to run some mesh throughout the whole entire thing and then get some concrete mixed up. Okay, got all the metal cut, sized in here. I was gonna make little risers to stand it in the middle of the slab, but I'm just gonna go ahead and pour it in here and then lift up and kind of set it in the middle of the slab as I go. So I'm gonna start getting concrete mixed up here, start pouring her in. Okay, as you can see, I got the concrete in there. It actually took about, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6.5 bags of concrete, and they're still like a halfway full in my pail over there. I was using a drywall knife to kind of spread the concrete out. It's an old one that I don't use anymore. It's all messed up, so that's why I was using that to spread the concrete out. Now I'm gonna actually go through with the concrete floats and start smoothing the top surface out here. So I'm gonna start off with a magnesium float. This is a 16-inch by 3.5 inch. You can get them at Home Depot. This is a Husky, nothing special, but Home Depot has them. I mean, even Harbor Freight has like a even cheaper kit, but I bought those before when I did the original slab over here, and they're very sharp. Like, as you can see, these have like rounded over edges and whatnot. They're just a little bit nicer quality, so I'll probably spend the extra $10, $15 a tool. Even though these aren't the best of the best, they'll still work great, but that's just my recommendation on that. So as I'm sure you guys have seen, everyone vibrating the edges of the forms, whether it's on a melamine form or if you're doing pour in place like me, you can use a sander without the sandpaper on it, run it up against the form on the side. Reason being is you want to vibrate it to get any of the air bubbles or impurities out of the actual concrete slab itself.